Hello Pisces, welcome to my channel. I'm Rebecca Gabrielle. Happy New Year. I hope you're in a really good space right now, and I'm looking forward to doing your reading. So it is January, and I thought what we would do for something different, Pisces, is we do a reading with a focus on your career and purpose. Then we'll move to some cards on your health and well-being, and then finally finish on something about relationships. So Pisces, let's get into your reading for January 2025. I'm going to pull a couple of cards from the Energy Oracle deck. Thank you, Spirit Guides and Angels, for Pisces. So career and your sense of purpose. Okay. So we've got you very much in sort of like an ambitious feeling and attitude and mode, keen to learn, keen to look at what you need to do to rise to the top. So we've got the thinking woman here, and don't worry about the gender here, but she's very much in a space of what can I do to progress myself? What do I need to learn? What do I need to know? Are there mentors that I need to check in with? What are the steps that I need to take to create a change, to create advancement, and to transform my business, my career, my work, this project that I'm focusing on? So she is about the learning, the research. She's very, let's say serious, but maybe it's more about committed and dedicated to her craft and to what it is that she wants to do to transform and get her to a place of progress. So she's keen to promote herself, to ascend to new levels, to make progress. And what does she need to learn? She's got a stack of books here. She wants the formula. She wants the method. She wants to have the information. So Pisces, this is you, and it is a focus on yourself. So she is very intent on self-improvement, which is beautiful. Then we have the Magician in the mirror, and this is about, I'm sensing, well, first of all, anything is possible when you put your mind to it in terms of what you create. So again, with the first card, it is a focus on self-improvement, self-development. Well, in many ways, this card is as well. It's knowing that you have everything you need to create what it is that you want. But I feel the difference here is about how you go about doing it. It is the balance between the yin and the yang. We've got the fire on one side and the ice on the other. This is how do you balance the energies of what you put out and what also you need to receive. So there we go. The receiving is perhaps the learning, the education, the support, the mentorship, and the giving out is the taking of action. So how do you balance your approach towards improvement and advancement, whether it be your business or your job or a project? And just know anything is possible right now. I don't feel that there are any obstacles at all, of course, other than yourself. Okay, so we've got all tied up here. So Pisces, there's something here mentally that's blocking you or potentially blocking you from your progress and advancement. Is it the way you are thinking about things? Are you overthinking things at the moment, which of course is going to prevent you from taking next steps? This could of course be across any area of your life, but in particular we're asking Spirit to guide us around your purpose, your business, that place where you feel you're needing to make and wanting to make advancement in your life. So what is it that you're thinking about and ruminating over? A little bit too much, a little bit of overthinking here potentially, Pisces. So a little bit of honest reflection, just really come back to you and go, okay, where am I hesitating, pausing? Where am I perhaps giving myself a bit of a story? Because you've got everything here set to go, all of the right intentions, the right energy, and certainly Spirit is saying, go for it. Take a balanced approach, do what it is that you need to do, take action, learn what you need to learn, but get out of your own way. All right, let's see what else Spirit can help you with for career and your sense of purpose here. Thank you, Spirit Guides and Angels. For Pisces, I love this. Yes, way to go. Okay, so we have spiritual strength. You are so much stronger than you believe, and certainly your career, purpose or project has something here that's a contribution that helps the greater good here. So Pisces, take a breather and just know that what you're doing is transformative to yourself and to others. You have the strength, you've got the wisdom, you've got the vision here to know that what it is that you're working on and wanting to achieve is so possible, and it has the support of spirit as well. So not only are you really drawing on what you feel strongly about and your sense of purpose, the spirit is backing you 100% here. So really step into that magician energy and tell yourself, remind yourself, you can create whatever it is that you want to. Now, on top of that, they've given us the Stand Your Ground card. This is just another confirmation. You can do this. Be so determined about what you're passionate about, what you're inspired about, and you really feel is your purpose here. They're saying, don't stop. Really believe and trust in yourself and keep going. So that's what they mean by stand your ground. Whatever things that you may be telling yourself, the yes but maybes, is perhaps just the stories in your own mind. There is nothing stopping you other than yourself. Now, the truth card came up here upside down. So let's talk about being honest with ourselves. So the truth card here is perhaps on a few levels here. Are you paying enough attention to what you know in your heart of hearts and in your soul is your purpose? Keep it simple, keep it clear. Come back to that if you find yourself distracted. Momentary pause. The other side to this message is, where are you not being 100% transparent with yourself? Where are those stories getting in the way of you living your truth? Okay? Come back to that. That will be a really great way to guide you when you have wobble moments or a few doubts. Come back to why you're doing this and the importance of doing it, and see the truth around that, and listen to your higher self. Trust yourself in the pathway moving forward, and seek guidance, wisdom and mentorship where you need to help you advance. See that this is a process where you are learning about yourself as well as others, and you are leaning into your purpose here. Beautiful. Let's keep going. I've got a few cards here we'll pull from the Light Seer Tarot deck. Thank you, Spirit Guides and Angels, for career and purpose. Yeah, they're letting me know that there's a few things here that you are perhaps creating some unnecessary delays. It's the same as the all tied up card here. So what is it that you're telling yourself? Are you creating a situation in your mind that's unnecessary, or the reason to create a delay or a pause on something? Now think to the very place that you know that you are making progress in your life, that it represents your personal progress first, and then that of course is then demonstrated through your career and purpose. Where are you holding back some information? Where are you hesitant to progress and move forward? So this is about the truth telling to yourself, and this is where you're a little bit tied up in knots in the way you're thinking about something, but this is only about the way you're thinking about it and not reality. So they're really wanting you to nip that in the bud so that does not get in the way of your progress. And the next thing is to really check out what are your priorities. Now this comes back to making sure that your energy is well balanced, that you're not overdoing it in one particular area. Where do you need to create balance in terms of your energy around your work and your purpose? At the same time, it's helpful to look at what are your priorities right now. What is needed to lift you, to take you to the next level, and what do you need to pay attention to that you're not paying enough attention to. Maybe that comes back to this that needs to get resolved. Okay, and then finally, all systems are go with Ace of Wands. This is really a confirmation, new beginnings, a great start, feeling very passionate, on purpose, really understanding your direction, and got that fire in the belly. So this is what they want to emphasize for you. This is where you're going to see progress and action when you take action. So I love that advice for you. And just lastly, we'll pull a couple of cards here from my Gilded Tarot deck. Thank you, Spirit Guides and Angels. Yeah, so really keeping your eye on the ball, focused on what you need to focus on, because the end result is just beautiful. So when we have the Eight of Cups, I kind of see this as you being the visionary, Pisces, of thinking about the future of what is possible. But in doing that, we've got to be careful, and this is where we need to balance our energy and our thinking. Don't forget there's amazing things that you currently have with cups there that are filled, not spilt. So remember the things that you do have. Not everything is to be chucked out and sent back. There are some amazing things in your life. There are resources, blessings, opportunities right here, right now. So the future and your success is not just everything in the future. It's combining what you have now, your resources now, and then add that to your vision to see where you are going. So yes, understandably, we need to have a vision of the future of where we're going, but let's not forget the blessings and the resources that you currently have. Now, sometimes what's really helpful to you when you are feeling a little bit tied up in knots is just take a bit of time out to think things through. So let's slow things down a little bit, take a rest, and get into that planning and that visualization and think through how you might approach something that feels perhaps a little unknown. So when you do that, clarity comes through for you very nicely. And then it's a matter of, when we say stand your ground, sometimes we do need to feel empowered, and rightly so. Whatever is yours is yours. Whatever action you need to take, whatever direction you're planning to take, that's okay. Protect that, stand your ground, do what is right for you. Work out your priorities and leave everything else behind. Sometimes people like to have their say, or other things get in the way and take our thought and focus elsewhere. Spirit's just saying, stay focused. You know what it is that you need to do. Remember this Ace of Wands. That's a very focused, mindful intention of your purpose. When we start getting into the Seven of Wands, there's a few distractions here. So come back to the center, come back to you, come back to your truth, come back to your purpose. Okay, and the end result is happy days. So whatever you're focused on now and working towards, you are creating a beautiful future and abundance for you, a sense of fulfillment for you and for others as well, Pisces, which is really beautiful. So Pisces, that's the reading for your career and purpose. Okay, Pisces, let's get into your health and well-being part of the reading. Now, I've pulled some cards here from the Quantum Oracle deck, and what's come up here is the loving woman. So whether this is you, Pisces, or someone significant in your life, the energy is of the loving woman. So this is about feeling unconditional love, feeling nurtured, feeling grounded and at home, and that your needs are being taken care of, and feeling in that space that all is well, that you have what you need. That's great for giving yourself the best foundation for a healthy life, and to feel that your needs are being met. So whatever it is that you're doing right now, Pisces, keep doing it. Your health and well-being is so important, and it feels to me, with the emphasis on this natural food here and being in nature and in the elements, this is perfect way for you to create a life where you can focus on your purpose, because you've got everything you need around you to support you well. So keep doing that, Pisces. That's wonderful. The next card is the Sacred Temple. I really get the sense that the emphasis this month is very much on the spiritual growth, your sense of purpose, what it is that you're doing, listening to your higher wisdom. This is giving you also clarity for everything that you're focusing on at the moment, whether that is your physical well-being, your mental or emotional well-being, how you're directing your energy and your thoughts, and making the best use of your time and your resources. So that's beautiful. It's also about really spending a little bit more time connecting with your higher purpose. And for some of you, you may feel comfortable praying or thinking about your spiritual guidance, however that comes to you. It's also knowing quite clearly why you're here and what it is that you're here to do. And this is very important to you. So like the Sacred Temple gives us that sense of this is very sacred to you. This time of how you are spending your energy on your purpose, on your career, or this project, this is sacred to you. So you're giving it a high priority. And it's helping to grow you, but it's also got that sense of how it's contributing to the greater good. So that's beautiful. And then we've followed through with planning and action. You're very much in your logic brain as well as feeling intuitive and connecting with your higher self. So planning helps you to make clear your goals and the pathway forward. So this is helping you in the month of January to be very clear about where you're going to put your energy, what your goals are for the year ahead, and how you're planning to fulfill those goals, the steps that you need to take. There's a little bit of planning in terms of travel. Some of you, it may mean overseas. It's thinking about the bigger picture. So when it comes to health and well-being, having great health, mentally, emotionally, physically, and spiritually, knowing what it is that you're doing and where you're going is super important to be able to achieve your goals. So our health and well-being, we need to have all of that combined to live well and to be well and to do well. So that's fantastic. All right, we'll pull a few more cards for you, Pisces. Thank you, Spirit Guides and Angels, for health and well-being. What does Pisces need to know? Be positive, it says. I love this flower therapy deck. Your thoughts can shape your experience. Be sure to focus on the positive. So you might remember in the previous reading for your career and purpose, a few little wobbles, a few little areas that you're not dealing with yet, that you may be worrying about. So Spirit is reminding you, stay positive, be optimistic, look at the positive outcomes rather than to conjure up possible negative scenarios, because we don't want to draw that into your energy. So stay positive. That's great guidance there. And from the Healing Mantra deck, let's pull a few cards for Pisces here. For Pisces, thank you. We've got invoking real self-realization. What is it that you need to remind yourself of? On the back of this card, each breath confirms how awake I already am. I love that. It's a beautiful self-acknowledgement of who you are, what your gifts, what your gift is, what your strengths are. And we need to know that. We need to remember that, because that's what fuels our purpose. So if there is a moment of self-doubt or distraction, come back to remembering who you are, why you're here, what your particular gift is, what your strengths are, and what your purpose is. I love that. Anything else for Pisces health and well-being? Thank you. So this is interesting. So this is coming back to the truth of you. You'll remember the card about truth and being transparent with yourself, and sort of that helps us acknowledge where we may be making things up a little bit or creating stories. We've got the sharing shame card, and this is speaking more about sharing our deepest pain, perhaps our deep fears, our deep worries, and allowing yourself to verbalize it, acknowledge that perhaps there's something underlying there that you may be a little bit worried about, fearful of. Sometimes when we share it with someone that we can trust, we say it out loud, or we journal it, it helps us to get it out. It brings it up to our conscious mind so we can deal with it. So Spirit really wants you to progress and really give yourself the best chance here. So they're saying whatever those little niggly worries are, bring it to the surface, share it with someone, get it out of the way, and get on with the progress that you know you're going to be making. I love that. That sounds like really great guidance to give you the best possible chance for your self-improvement and your progress. Okay, one last card for health and well-being. Thank you, Spirit Guides and Angels. 3 of Emotion. Wonderful news, it's on its way. So this is talking about news from others, news perhaps that involves you. It could be about announcements, it could be engagements, pregnancies, births, graduations, celebrating a milestone. This could be for you or someone significant around you. This is about enjoying the celebration. Allow yourself to enjoy the celebration. Allow yourself to remember that you're a part of a community of like-minded people who care about you, who love you, who want to share in your joys and celebrations. So if this is in any way connected to that little worry that you have about sharing something that's inside, Spirit is saying this is a time to celebrate and be in that positive vibe, okay, in that positive energy, to celebrate what you rightly should be celebrating. So good news is something to celebrate with others. It's also speaking about great, exciting new beginnings just around the corner. So you are very much entering a positive period of time where there are chapters closing. Happily, you're saying goodbye to things that have finished and ended, moving into a new chapter of your life, era of your life, whatever you want to call it. And it's no coincidence that it's the beginning of the year, but this really is about a new season of your life that you are here to celebrate and to make progress in. So I love that reading for your health and well-being. Let's move on now to the next. Okay, Pisces, let's take a look at relationships. So this is about relationships with yourself and others. So what's going on for you with relationships? Thank you, Spirit Guides and Angels. Oh, I really love the first card that's come up here. It speaks about loving who you are. You are divine, delightful, and deserving of the wonderful things life has to offer. I really feel that this is a beautiful way to honour you in the month of January, celebrating you. And the last card that we had was about really acknowledging your gifts and your strengths, seeing the beauty in you, and that's how you can love who you are, especially also when you are nourishing your mind and your body and your soul. That is celebrating you. That is loving who you are. So this is also being in a place of a lot of gratitude for the things that you have in your life. Remember that 8 of Cups is recognizing the resources and the blessings that you have in your life. That's another way that, Pisces, you can love who you are and really allow yourself to be free when it comes to expressing yourself, stepping into your purpose and your passion and your creativity. So remember to get rid of those little niggly things that are getting in the way and enjoy who you are and go and do you. So we'll pull a card from the fairy deck here. I like this, the Unity card. This is a beautiful card that helps us to see the bigger picture. So with your purpose and everything, it is about doing the right thing for the right reason. But in this section of the reading, we're talking about relationships. So where do you need to do a little bit of work when it comes to doing the right thing for the right reason? So when we're talking about relationships, is this about honouring your priorities and your values? Is it about how you're communicating with someone significant? Do the right thing for the right reason. So we don't do things to please others and then disrespect our own values and healthy boundaries. We have to honour that first. But then our communication with others and how we interact and relate with others, we need to do that from a heart space, doing things for the right reason, not because we feel guilty or that we should do something. So I feel like this is a beautiful reminder, Pisces, of doing the right thing for the right reason. Now, it is also about recognizing the world is diverse. We are all coming to every day with a different perspective, perhaps a different lens than the next person. So if you are sorting something out with someone, just remember, you have your perspective, they have theirs. Let's take a place of respect, neutrality, and just honour the fact that we are a diverse world and we all have our own way of looking at things without it necessarily being right and wrong. So coming back to what you know you need to do for yourself, and that is to honour your way of doing things. Honour your priorities, your healthy boundaries without imposing them upon someone else, but being able to accept that others may see things differently. And that's how we interact with others in a healthy way. That's how we be community. Okay, so unity is respecting the fact that we're all different and we might come to every moment and situation with a different lens, and that's okay. I love that. Let's pull a couple of cards from the Guardian Angel Tarot for relationships for Pisces. Thank you, Spirit Guides and Angels. Messenger of Abundance. Now, this is so interesting because whilst this is the relationship part of the reading, this is a message about news to do with your career. So there is something here where you're going to get notification that, of course, is going to be an absolute plus and bonus for you. So you might be getting yourself ready to do something challenging and fulfilling because it's new. Maybe it's going to stretch you a little bit. So it says here the situation is going to involve someone who's fun to be around and sometimes a little cheeky, a little mischievous. This could be you, but all up this energy is saying, go for it. Play with life, be optimistic, approach new things with a sense of excitement and adventure. Now that's a lovely way to help us know how to deal with other people and also how to see ourselves in any situation. So when it comes to our communicating and relating with others, be playful, be open, be accepting that people come from a different place, different context, different perspective, but have fun with life. Play with it, stretch yourself, see that all of this is actually putting you in a position of manifesting abundance in your life right now. So it helps you in building rapport with people when it comes to having new relationships, new connections, new networks. How do we approach that? I get the sense it's about being playful, being optimistic, seeing how you can create a win-win in conversations, Pisces. It's about being a little bit savvy in the way you communicate as well. I love that. All right. Finally, I'll pull a few cards from the Gilded Tarot deck for relationships, or we might even touch on the romance cards here too. Thank you, Spirit Guides and Angels. More confirmation here. Oh, I like this. This is interesting. Pisces, you are quite an interesting energy here. Three of Cups is just reiterating what we've just spoken about. This is about collaborating. It's seeing the possibilities in things, opportunities where you could expand your prosperity, how you can connect with others to and leverage their skills, their energy, their information, how you can work together to create a win-win. It's also about celebrating, coming back to those cards about celebrating your achievements, celebrating news, having this playful, positive energy, seeing the bright side of things. So a great confirmation on how to be in your energy and with others. The Chariot card here is very much about your progress. You are set to be very purposeful, directed, intent, dedicated on your progress. Movement is happening, but it's also about you feeling very confident, very stoic. Remember, we had earlier standing your ground. So the Chariot card in this deck is about feeling very purposeful, very focused, and you get progress because of these traits that you have, this determination and this focus. Remember, we had that Ace of Wands card. Using your passion and determination, connecting with your purpose, gives you this beautiful momentum for creating advancement in the month of January. And finally, I love this, King of Swords. Yeah, okay. So, creating that playful energy, combining that with the King of Swords energy, you're very tactful, strategic, very decisive, confident. Your communication is clear, and it's coming from a place of knowing, being educated in a particular area, being very decisive, knowing that you need to be clear about your goals, your outcomes, your direction. This is also about how to communicate with others. So whilst you're very good at building rapport and connecting with people, at the same time you're very clear about what it is that you want, what your boundaries are. It's the sharing of ideas too, and it's also feeling like you're in that position of power, that you're an expert in your field, Pisces. Something really good for you to feel confident about for yourself. And of course, this helps you to make very good decisions. Remember, we had the planning card, being very clear so you can create your goals, create that plan, and execute that plan beautifully. I love it. You are in a very determined energy in the month of January. So because it's the relationship part of the reading, I'm going to finish on the Romance Angels cards. Pull a couple here for you, Pisces. Love is worth waiting for. Everything that you're doing is helping you to build the ultimate goal of having the love that you desire in your life, the abundance, the relationship with yourself and others at the right time. So divine time is helping you here, is on your side for achieving those dreams that you have. When it comes to love and relationships, everything you're doing, it's all worth it, okay? So it says to me you're going in the right direction. Be patient with the process. It's all happening at the right time, Pisces. Also, in matters of the heart, whether it be with yourself, a significant other, someone close to you, remember, it's all about relationships. Heart-to-heart conversation seems to be needed. Now, this is a little bit of a repeat message in your reading today. It's about having an honest discussion about your feelings with another person, okay? So that's come up a few times today, something to pay attention to, because that will help you. Once you tackle that, once you handle that situation, you'll find things go into flow and everything will happen, Pisces, at the right time, okay? So trust yourself. Trust the guidance you're receiving for the timing around that heart-to-heart conversation. It's not a no, it's a definite yes to have that, but perhaps there'll be a good timing around that conversation for something that may be troubling you and you need to smooth over. And finally, there will be a moment when it comes to a significant relationship where it's time for you to retreat and focus on that. Remember earlier in the reading we had some discussion around balancing your energy of where you're focusing. Perhaps are there some areas you're focusing a little bit too much and some areas where you're not focusing enough? Well, let's take a look at relationships. Sometimes it's important to retreat with your significant other person, to give yourself time. It says here, time to disconnect from the world. So that helps you to rebalance your energy and to focus, of course, on that special relationship in your life. Does it need more attention, more time, more communication, whatever that might be for you? So Pisces, I'm going to leave the reading at that. I hope this has helped you for the month of January. A great start to the year. If you've enjoyed this reading, please hit that like button and don't forget to subscribe. And of course, if you would like your very personal one-to-one reading with me, then my details are in the description box below. Please reach out. I love doing one-to-one readings. And if you are in need of coaching or guidance or someone to walk with you on the journey to get some clarity, you can contact me as well around that. Have a wonderful month, January, Pisces, and I look forward to seeing you again soon. Bye now.